It's Christmas, guys. Oh my god, I love Christmas, but Christmas is obviously for everyone, I think, the most overwhelming time of the year. Also, I'm wearing this microphone because for some reason we suddenly have a kid in the neighborhood who's playing the drum. I didn't know we had a little drummer around, but we do. We do now. Anyway, welcome back to another video. Today we are gonna talk about my 5 stars of the year, and it's gonna be a short video. Yeah, this was not my greatest year. It was a really bad year, guys. Yeah, it is what it is. I didn't have a lot, so I thought I would also do like a few honorable mentions that could have been 5 stars. So those are books that I would have given like 4.5. So you know what, let's just start. Hey, the drumming stopped. Apparently the first 5-star book I read was actually this summer. Apparently before that I had no 5-star books. So I went an entire half year without having a 5-star book. No wonder this year felt a little off. Because normally I start the year with a 5-star, or at least I get in February something, but it was May when I read The Hunger Games, and this is the Dutch version. It's a special edition with the sprayed edges. Look at that, it's gorgeous. It's literally standing like this in my bookcase too. So Hunger Games, 5 stars. I think everyone knows this book or the movie. Yeah, this was so good. Like the entire series was so good until you got to the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That was my least favorite. I did not like that one. I think I gave it like 3 stars, so it was okay in the end, but like not my thing. So pretty much this entire series for me could be a 5-star if we didn't have the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Yeah. And then my other 5-star is obviously also in that series because Sunrise on the Reaping. Honestly, I feel like The Hunger Games is 3 books and these 2 are just like add-ons. So the Songbirds and Snakes is an add-on, and this one is an add-on, which is why I'm giving it its own special moments. Sunrise on the Reaping, it was so heartbreakingly beautiful. Yeah, it was so good. It was wonderful. I cried. I laughed. I wanted to throw the book away. It gave me so many emotions. So, such a good one. And then I actually have a romance that's 5 stars. And I'm loving about it because honestly I never give romance 5 stars. But I do remember when I was reading this, I was like, I have never felt so connected with a romance in the way as in like it's not spicy. There's a lot of physical attractions, like obviously he thinks her body is beautiful and pretty and gorgeous and stuff like that, but it wasn't before they actually started dating they already felt like a couple in the way that they were acting with each other, and I just loved seeing that. It was so good. So I gave this 5 stars, and honestly I could reread this. I thought it was funny. I thought it was so cute. It was amazing. It was really amazing. This sweater is really warm. Then I have The Prison Healer. I give this entire series 5 stars. But the first one, that was the best one for me. So if you did not like the first one, you don't need to read the rest, to be honest. I don't know, I just really loved it. I didn't see the plot coming, which normally I do. So I saw other people saying that they did saw the plot coming, and it was a little bit like, right, of course, again. But for me, it felt different. So I'm very happy with this series. I read it in a time where my health was really bad, and it really did help. And I'm gonna reread this entire series. I'm going to. Guys, I forgot a book. So I have one more 5-star book. Not because I forgot the story itself. I just don't have the physical copy.
Anyway, we also have a 5-star, which is Blue Sisters by Coco Malore. Super good book. I'm a little bummed that I totally forgot about this book until I looked back on my fave when I was like, ah. Because when I read it, I loved it so much. I myself have 3 other sisters. So this book is about 4 different sisters, and you go and read about their lives, and one sister passed away and how they're dealing with that. And yeah, I just totally forgot that that was also one of my 5 stars. I feel a little bit bad because I love that story so much, and to just see how all different sisters are dealing with their own situations and their grief, obviously, because they're all grieving this one sister, right? And I don't know, it was a super interesting and wonderful book, but those were really all of my 5-star books that I have from 2025. Anyway, bye!
Those are all the 5 stars. I'm so sad about it, but it is what it is. It's the shortest video ever. But I do have some honorable mentions. Quicksilver. Quicksilver I gave a 4.5. Could have been 5 stars, I think, but it was a little bit too difficult for me to give it 5 stars. And I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna buy the second book, right, of this one, which I will at some point, I want to reread this because it was so difficult at some points. I was like rereading chapters, and that made me understand it a little bit, but I'm gonna have to reread it before I'm going to read the second one. So that's why it didn't get 5-star vibes, because apart from that, it was so good. It was so different than what I've ever read. It was amazing, but too difficult. So I think that if I read it another time, I think I could give this a 5-star. But then I need to reread it for it to be. So that's why it's an honorable mention. Another honorable mention is My Friends by Friedrich Beckmann. I gave this 4.5 too, because I felt like I was reading it quite quickly after the Hunger Games, and because I was like in such a hype after Hunger Games that I was like, okay, this is so slow right now, but like I can tell that I'm loving the story and I'm loving the quotes. I just feel like if I reread it, it would give me the 5-star feeling. So honorable mention, because it's so good, it's so amazing. You can read it in the summer, but honestly you can also read it just like on a rainy day in autumn. It would be perfect for them too. Like, this book is timeless. You can read it in any time you want, to be honest. So good. And I think I'm actually going to put like one of those like taps that everyone does on their books, and I just want to tap the hell out of this book. Oh, it was so good. Yeah, it was sad though, but I do love that however sad the story was that those friends were telling, they always found a little bit of happiness in it. Like every time there was something sad, in the end I would still be smiling because the author wrote something that made it a little bit more lightweight, that made it, I don't know, that made it more wholesome or something. I don't know, it was really good. It was really good. And then my last honorable mention, which was also a 4.5, is a romance. It's Falling Like Leaves. I bought this one in Edinburgh, and obviously I had to read it before winter is coming. And this was so cute. I was a little afraid that it was going to be like completely like a knockoff of Gilmore Girls, but this had a different storyline. It was so different that you can barely compare it, except that it's like small town, and she's just really into studying and wanting to become like her dad. Her parents are getting separated, and she has to move with her mom to that small town where her mom grew up, and they have to live in her aunt's house. And she's just like, I just want to go back to my home life. I just want to be like with my dad. I want to study to become a journalist. I want to go back to where I belong. And in the meantime, you get to see how much she loves this how difficult it is for her to let go of her dream. Her vision was become like her dad, but she's learned to let that go, and it takes a very long time. There were some points that I was like, oh my god, girl, you should know this at this point. You should know it. He's not gonna come and get you, man. He's not. Yeah, anyway, this was so cute. It was so funny. Very young adult, by the way, so no spice. There was only kissing. It was cute. It was adorable. Yeah, those were all the books that I wanted to talk about, because these are the books that I enjoyed reading this year. I could make a version sometime where I would show you guys all of the books that I gave 5 stars in my reading life, but even then I feel like I don't really have a lot of 5 stars. But I do feel like this year was kind of like a bummer in reading because of my mental health. I think I'm the problem, okay? It's not the book's problem. I'm the problem, and I think I just don't know yet what I really enjoy in books. Some people know that, but I like to try every kind of book that there is. I want to dive into dark romance at some point too, even though I've read 2 of those and I did not enjoy that. I still want to try it sometimes, and you can tell in my reading experience that I did try. I feel if you look at my Fable, I'm a little all over the place with genres, with kind of books, and this year I feel like I didn't read a lot of fantasy either. And I know that fantasy is one of the things that I enjoy the most. But this year I was a little bit in a slump from fantasy, so it was a little bit too difficult because of my mental health. But I hope that in the next year, in a few days, I can start picking up all of the fantasy books that I have, because I do have a lot. I have more fantasy books than I have of anything else, pretty much. And also, I'm doing great mentally. We just have to go through the Christmas days. And I believe I'm posting this the day before Christmas, the 24th of December. Yeah, I'm posting this the 24th of December. So I do hope you have a great Christmas Eve. I hope you're going to have a wonderful Christmas. And I'll see you guys after the new year, because I'm going to take a little break after Christmas to settle down. So next week I'm not going to be posting, because that will be New Year's Eve, and I just want to celebrate that time with my family. I just want this entire week to just celebrate with my family, being together. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the new year. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year!